Hey, what's going on, world of YouTube and diecast fans? Welcome back to my channel. Those of you that are here for the first time, thank you for visiting. Welcome. I hope that you enjoy this stuff. Please click like and don't forget to subscribe. All right, so for this particular video, we're going to go ahead and take this 67 Ford Mustang Coupe and we're going to go ahead and transform it into this. Now, the way I came about this design here is by using PowerPoint, and this video it's pretty much a tutorial of how I do my decals. And prior to me taking everything apart, I take the casting, I take pictures, I upload it into PowerPoint and cut out some of the noise, some background and everything, and then come up with a theme or decal and so on. So I'm going to show you how I do it. You may do it differently, but this is my way of doing things. Here I'm pretty much taking pictures. I have a white background and I'm just snapping photos with my phone just so that I can upload these over to my computer or onto my computer. Eventually I'll upload them onto a PowerPoint slide and then I'll start making some designs from there. Right, I'm also going to use this set of wheels here. May or may not be the final wheels that I'm going to use for this casting, but I'm going to go ahead and give it a shot and see what it looks like on PowerPoint. Alright, got all my stuff uploaded over here. I'm going to go ahead and drag an image onto PowerPoint, and here I'm going to go ahead and simply remove the background, and what that does, it cuts out all the white stuff on the back. You can do this by just sort of repositioning the guidelines that you see here on the white square. Anything that's not removed, you can go ahead and use the mark areas to remove. As a tool here, you just simply take it and dab the areas that you want removed. Very, very easy to use. You can do this on Word, you can do this on Excel, doesn't really matter. I like to use PowerPoint just because it gives me a nice clean background. Alright, so once I'm done with this particular image, I'm going to go ahead and keep changes, save it as a photo. By saving it as a photo, I can later on bring it back onto a PowerPoint slide and then manipulate the casting however I want, and then pretty much to create my design. I will eventually go into that here in the near future. All right, so here I got the casting all by itself. It's pretty cool. Just crop it down, and that way I can keep only what I want and get rid of everything else. Now you have to save this as a picture, otherwise you're still going to be dealing with the background when you bring it back onto the PowerPoint later. So here I just save it as a picture, and then I'm working on other stuff. I'm going to go ahead and play a few tunes. You can watch the process here. I'm going to fast forward through everything. I enjoy the music. Alright, I hope you enjoyed those beats. Made them myself on GarageBand. Alright, so here we have the wheel. Pretty much the same process. Save it, and I'll bring the wheel back onto the PowerPoint later on, and you'll see how cool it is to use that. Alright, so I got my casting here. Play around with a few colors just to give you an idea of what you can do once it's you have the casting by itself. This is very powerful tool, especially if when the casting is sanded down and primed and everything, you can play around with the colors. Alright, so I got my wheel here. I'm going to go ahead and scale it down so that it looks like it fits on the casting. Once it's in position, I'll simply make a copy of the wheel and place the second one obviously in the front. Scale that one to the appropriate size. Once it's done, I have to actually click on all three images and then save them as a group. That will allow me to scale it without losing the proportions from the wheels or the casting. Once everything's set, click on everything, save it as a group. And now when I move the image, everything moves in unison. Alrighty. If I scale it down, everything comes down together. If I bring it back up, larger size, everything comes back up together. Alright, so we have our casting here. Looks alright. I think the wheels look good. Now I'm going to start creating decals. This process here can take a while. I'm sure that if you've done decals before, you probably have your own style. This is how I do most of my decals. 9 times out of 10, I'll go onto PowerPoint and design something. Now, in order for this to work and for you to be able to scale the image to an appropriate size, you have to save it as an image, as a picture. Give it a name. Once you've done so, you can move this to the side so you can change the writing or whatever you want. Pull the image back onto your PowerPoint slide, and then from here, the difference is that the one on the left is not a picture, the one on the right is a picture. The advantage of saving it as an image is that you can reduce the size when you put it on the casting without losing any of the letters and stuff. Just like so. Now you can pretty much take that image, move it anywhere on the casting, decrease or increase the size depending on what you're working with. Everything will move appropriately. Looks alright. Again, I'm just playing around with different images. I have another image here of a boss, different font type, and Mustang. I'm going to go ahead and place these on the casting, play around with them, see if they're worth praying out as decals or not. This will eventually save me some time and some ink, of course. It does get expensive. Just reducing everything. Now, remember, even the images, once you have placed them wherever you want them, you have to click on all the objects that you want to keep, including the main one, and then group everything so that way you can move it around and increase the size. Everything will come back up. Anytime you scale it up or down, everything moves together, which is nice. From here, you can move things around however you want. I mean, obviously, position them anywhere on the casting, add decals, remove decals without wasting ink and paper. Sky's the limit. Use your imagination. Whatever comes to mind, try it out. This is pretty cool technique that I like to use. If you have your own technique, put it down in the comments and maybe I'll try it out. The idea of creating this particular YouTube tutorial here is pretty much to help each other out, right? This is my style. If you have your own style, put it down. This is why I like customizing Hot Wheels. This is why I enjoy watching other people's videos, is because I learn from them. Trust me, I've only been doing this for about a year and I have learned a lot, and not some by trial and error, but a lot of it because of what I've seen on YouTube, and I love this community. It's the Hot Wheels or diecast customization community is freaking awesome. Really enjoy it. Here I'm just going with some stripes. See what that looks like. Pretty much a shape, and I give it a red color. No outline, or change the outline to black. Okay, that's alright. I'll make a copy of that one, position that one as well. I think it looks okay. I still got rid of that boss on the door, and I'm going to go ahead and create a logo with a number. Probably going to add the year of the Mustang here. Get some quick word art font, word art text. Change that to a number. Year of the car, I believe it's 67. Here I want to change the color of the font. I have to redo this. Obviously I don't want a red background for the shape because that will color the whole thing. All I want is to change the color of the font as I do here. Red inside. Okay. Here I'm going to change the shape color to white. Then I can go ahead and take this number word art, place it in the center. Once you position everything the way you want it, you got to remember to group both the number and the shape, and save it as a picture, so that later on you can bring it back onto your PowerPoint presentation as a picture, and it will allow you to scale up or down without losing any of the font or texture. Group it here. Right click and then save as picture. Give it a quick name. 67 door logo. Sounds good. Move that out of the way. And bring in the newly created logo. As you can see, place that on the door or wherever you want to place it at. It'll give you an idea of what it will look like. Now, in hindsight, I probably should have done the outline for the white circle a little thicker, and you'll see when I do the final reveal as to why. Okay, it's looking good. Here I'm just resizing the casting. All right, bring in the original image. Right, and as you can see here, I have the casting's already been primed and everything. What's cool about this is that you can manipulate the colors a little bit different, or you get different color textures as such. Red looks pretty cool. Well, all the colors look really cool, to be honest. Just positioning some of my decals. You also have some other color types that will make it look like plastic. For example, this one here. It's weird. I'll keep this blue for now. I'm going to go ahead and create a line that goes from the front to the back and right through the door or over the door. Looks kind of cool. All right, and looks all right. Now, since we're on this topic, I brought in this gasser here just to show you what you can do with the colors. This gasser is stripped and slightly polished, so the colors come out or show a little bit different on here, which is pretty cool. Now, this is my money maker gasser. It's a video that I'm going to be posting hopefully in a week from now. I hope that you come back so you can check that one out. It's going to be a really cool, awesome project. All right, once we're done with all that decal work, move over and actually work on the casting. Already taking everything apart. Here I'm just working on doing the tap. I use these self-tapping screws, which are really cool, inexpensive, and I don't have to worry about breaking the actual tool inside my rivets, which I have done in the past, and it's a pain to get them out. Alrighty. If you are still with me, I just want to say thank you for sticking it out. I still got a few more minutes to go, in which I will show a little bit of how I applied the decals, and we'll move into the reveal of the casting. Let this sink all the way to the bottom and let it sit for a while. All right, and here we have a painted casting. I went with the Vallejo gunmetal blue. Came out a little shiny. It's painted over a gray primer. Not bad. Not bad at all. Sorry for the blurriness here and there. It's my camera trying to focus. All right, so now that we have an okay product, we'll go ahead and apply some decals. These decals are those that I created on PowerPoint, as you can see here. This is what my final decal printout for this casting. This is what I came out with. Again, I visualized everything on PowerPoint, made things a lot easier, and it gave me an idea of what I wanted to do for my final casting. The decals are printed on a decal sheet with a white background that allows the white letters to show over the blue and the red and everything on the casting. positioning everything here the way I want it. It's looking good. I think that next is going to be the door logo. And we're going to position that, probably center it on the door. Now if you pay attention to the logo, you'll see that when I was doing the cutout around the circle, I did not do a good job of cutting on the black line. So it kind of messed it up. But I'm learning, I'm getting better. That's why earlier I said that on hindsight I should have done the outline a little bit thicker. That way it wouldn't have shown as bad as it looks right now. Alright, so I position everything. Once I think it looks good, I just let it sit there and come back over it with some micro set. And now to add a Mustang logo to the back. But sometimes things do go wrong. Not everything is perfect, right? So in those instances, hey, don't panic. Just remove the bad decal and try to reset everything. Most often I print 3 or 4 extras just in case, or I plan for a few decals to get messed up, so that's why I do extras. So just take this one off. Alrighty, and here's what we started with. Played around with. This one's our primed casting with decals on there, of course. And here's our final product. Overall, I'm very pleased. I think it looks pretty good. Moving on, here's the reveal. We'll put it on the spindle here in a few minutes, a few seconds. Check this baby out though, it came out really nice. Gorgeous looking casting. Righty, and as you can see the decal there on the door is a little messed up, but still okay. The wheels, if you're wondering which wheels I have here, they are from a super van. They turned out to be just perfect for this casting. Of course, that's my opinion. You may have a different perspective. Let me know. Put it down in the comments if you would have gone with some other type of wheels. There's our Mustang sign on the back. Again, just reset. Don't panic when things go wrong. Redo everything. And if you're patient, unlike me, sometimes I'm not very patient, but if you are patient, things will eventually come together, as they did for this particular casting. Please let me know what you think. I enjoyed this project. I enjoyed the tutorial showing you how I go about doing things. Please let me know what the methods that you use, the different applications out there that are available as well that people can use so they can make their own decals. Here's our few pictures. Enjoy them. And I just want to say thank you again for coming back to my channel, for checking out my stuff, for sticking out sticking it out through this entire process and making it all the way to the end. Those of you that survived, thank you. Those of you that are here for the first time, don't forget to subscribe. Please click like. And there's more. There will be more cool stuff here in the near future. Thank you again, and I'll see you soon.